Hi, welcome to DiploNews, Season 2, Week 3.5. I'm uploading early because the algorithm demands it. Some stuff is going down. From March 25th to March 30th, 2026. In Iran, this is why I had to upload this early. Ukraine has said, or Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, has said, quote, report by Chief of Defense Intelligence of Ukraine, Oleg Ivachenko. First, we have irrefutable evidence that the Russians continue to provide intelligence to the Iranian regime. Russia is using its own signals intelligence and electronic intelligence capabilities, as well as part of the data obtained through cooperation with partners in the Middle East. What this means is Russia is giving Iran targeting data against American assets. What this means and why World War III is in the tag and title is that this is the first time that Russian forces have directly contributed to the death and destruction of American assets and people. I have deemed that Russia sharing data as very likely to almost certain, if we're going by ICD 203 or Intelligence Community Directive 203, thanks to intelligence.gov. However, for the war, World War III, I think it is from roughly even chance to likely. And I am not sensationalizing this. And the reason why is that contributing to the death of one nation's people and or assets is considered an act of war. In other words, Russia may have committed an act of war against the United States. If you come here just for that, that's your info. Meanwhile, for my more regular viewers, and for those that are still around, on March 28th, Houthis have launched a ballistic missile at Israel in direct connection to the Iran war. Again, Houthis have gotten directly involved in the Iran war. This pulls Houthi missiles away from the Gulf of Aden. This is the Gulf of Aden. A lot of ship traffic travels through this Gulf. I am considering renaming this section, the Iran War, to the Middle East War. Because this war is ever growing. And about the Houthis joining the war, I knew that this day would come. They're allied with Iran. Iranian missiles are going down a lot. Over the course of this war, Iran's missile capabilities have been hit hard by coalition forces. This has likely caused Iran's missile strategic shift away from mass missile launches to small-scale launches every day to Israel. That is what Iran is doing. And that is why I'm using caused instead of will lead to. And this strategy is ineffective because of the Iron Dome. Israel's air defense systems is designed for this. Is designed for small rocket launches. However, this does make civilians have to go indoors. And thus might cause a psychological effect on those civilians. Meanwhile, Iranian Rear Admiral Alizera Tanziri, leader of senior commander of Iran's Navy, has been murked, probably on March 26th, but confirmed on March 30th thanks to the Iran Revolutionary Guard Corps saying so. And due to this, and due to the previous leaders being murked, see my other videos, Iran Revolutionary Guard Corps is increasingly influential in Iranian leadership. I have deemed this to be almost certain. Because who else is gonna take control? Everyone else is dead. And airstrikes across the region continue. I haven't covered them much. And Trump said that coalition airstrikes have hit various nuclear sites. The IDF has hit facilities involved in uranium fuel making, mostly in enrichment, and and in mining, and especially yellow cake. Yellow cake is part of the nuclear fuel enrichment scheme. And for my new reviewers, Iran is planning to make a nuke. That's why this war started. In Saudi Arabia, Saudis and Americans have come up with a deal on March 27th that the United States will help Saudi Arabia build air defense systems to protect against Iranian drones, missiles, and Iran has lowered its minimum age of recruitment for the Iran Revolutionary Guard Corps from 18 to 12. Or, that's what the 18 number, I assume, because most nations have 18 as their recruitment age. Those are my sources. 1, 2. I will have them in my description.